Hello YouTube, how's everyone doing? It's Professional here. So today I have the final cutscene in Days Gone, as well as me explaining what I think happened, as a lot of people are confused on the final cutscene. And this one was not part of my walkthrough. This is an epilogue cutscene. This one you unlock when you complete the main story and you do a few side activities. Afterwards, you should get a radio call from O'Brien, the Nero agent. Now I'm warning everyone, this video has major spoilers in it. So if you haven't completed the game, you haven't played Days Gone, you want to play it, do not watch this video. So now, let's get started. Once you get the radio call from O'Brien, he will tell you he has something important to show you. Here's the call.
St. John, are you there?
O'Brien. What, why are you on this channel?
We tried contacting you on our channel.
Well, I lost the radio the night that shit went down.
Did she make it out? Your wife?
Yeah, no thanks to you.
I'm glad. There's something that I have to tell you.
O'Brien will ask you to meet him at the same cemetery where the game starts, where the very first mission is. So the end of the game is at the same place where it started. So now let's take a look at the cutscene, and then I'll tell you guys what I think of the cutscene afterwards and what it means.
That night at Wizard Island didn't seem to go well.
What can I do for you, O'Brien?
I'm here to warn you.
Warn me about what?
You remember? I told you the infected were evolving.
Right, yeah, freak's a freak. What the hell do I care?
The strain of the virus, its effects on the human nervous and lymphatic systems is accelerating
at an exponential rate.
They knew all along, of course, that it was happening. The men above me. That's why they were so cautious, so secretive. They're coming. I'm sorry. There's nothing you can do to stop them. There's nothing anyone can do.
Okay, now I bet a lot of you guys are like Deacon saying, what just happened? I was a little confused when I first watched it. I was pretty shocked. I probably watched this cutscene over 20 times to try to make sense of it. The question is, what is wrong with O'Brien? He's infected, and he's half freaker, half human, some kind of hybrid. Now the big question is, why is he able to retain intelligence? From Nero Intel and missions, where we had to tail Nero agents, they claim that the infected are almost brain dead, not capable of rational thought. They only have primal aggressive instincts to kill and eat. Why is O'Brien not like this? It's because, like he has said, and the Nero Intel backs up this claim, the infected are rapidly evolving. A process that would normally take millions of years is now happening within a few short years. The virus is evolving. What O'Brien is trying to warn Deacon is that eventually all of the infected are going to be like him, or a great number are going to be like him. You can even see he has freaker abilities, such as great agility, when he's able to jump into a chopper so easily. The next question coming up is, how did O'Brien get infected? I think he has been infected for a long time, much longer than before he met Deacon. In the beginning of the game, his face is shown, but after he meets Deacon, his face is never shown again until the end. He's always wearing that hazmat suit, and that black cover covers his face. I think O'Brien and other Nero agents were injected with a modified strain of the virus. They might have been able to speed it up with the process even faster. My guess is O'Brien did not know what it would do to him. He probably thought it was a vaccine of some kind, that it would make him immune. It probably did make him immune, as he's probably unable to become infected now. If you think about it, a vaccine, what it is it's a weaker form of a virus. How a vaccine works is you're injected with a weaker strain of a virus. Whatever that virus is, your immune system, because it's dealing with a weaker strain, can fight back against it, and it creates antibodies, which then, if you come in contact with the full virus, you will be unable to get sick from it. That's what I think happened to him. He's a lieutenant, and he's been with Nero for 2 years. I don't think he would question taking a vaccine from his superiors. One thing that has me really curious, are all Nero soldiers and agents like O'Brien? If you think about it, we never see their faces. I don't think the people at the top are, but I think a lot of the soldiers and the scientists are like O'Brien. There's a reason we're never able to see any of their faces. I think the developers are doing this just so that we think about it. My reasoning for this is that the soldier next to him clearly sees what O'Brien is like, and he's fine with it. There's no way he would be able to walk around the Nero base and people wouldn't know he's infected. Moving on. What is the Freaker virus, and why is it evolving so fast? It's evolving so fast because it was made to be like that. The virus was engineered in a laboratory at Cloverdale Research Labs. A lot of people thought Sarah created the virus. This is only half true. Her research contributed to the creation of the virus, but she is not the one who fully created it. She was not part of that project. This was disguised as research in botany, or plant research, but it was really a weapons program. This was a private corporation, so I don't know if it was the government who created it, but they could be involved or could have provided funding for the project. In the story, Sarah says how Gorman, one of her co-workers, stole a sample of the virus to try to expose Cloverdale, but he became infected. At the conference, he infected others without them knowing it. They got on planes, and the world became overrun with freakers in a matter of days. In the story, there's a flashback where Deacon rides with Sarah, and then there's an alarm, and she has to return. I think this is when Gorman stole the sample. Whoever designed this virus knew what it would do. They designed this virus to evolve like this. It's not a natural process of evolution. It's not natural. This was designed by people to be like this. But here's the question. What is the purpose of the Freaker virus? Why was it made? Based on everything I've seen, I think it was made to be some kind of super soldier program. Think about it. Freakers are faster and more agile than people, and now they're gaining intelligence. Why would someone make something like that? In the Nero missions, you hear the scientists saying several times about how freakers are picking fruits from trees and bushes and aren't just eating meat. You hear one instance where a Nero agent says that some freakers are keeping valuables, like a watch or a ring. They are becoming more intelligent. I think the suit that they wear may have something to do with their infection. It might be pumping some kind of gas or chemicals into them to prevent them from going crazy, prevent the virus from taking them over. That might explain why the one scientist in the cave did not want to be saved after his mask was cut. So if the Nero soldiers and scientists are a hybrid freaker, why are freakers still attacking them if they're also infected? Because different freakers attack each other. Swarmers, the big hordes, usually aren't fighting each other, but different types would. I have seen breakers, the big guys, swarmers, the hordes, and reachers, the evolved dangerous one, fighting each other. The infected animals also fight each other. It's because the swarmers might be like some kind of hive mind, and they might feel threatened by anything that isn't them, even other infected. Not only are the infected becoming smarter, but they're also becoming stronger. The Reacher is the best example of this. It was a freaker that Nero was tracking. This freaker could run up to 40 miles per hour and had superhuman strength. It ambushed and killed an entire team of Nero agents, even though they were well equipped and well armed. But what does all of this mean for the end of Days Gone? O'Brien is warning Deacon that the top people in Nero knew all along what the virus was. They probably had a part in creating it at Cloverdale. That is why O'Brien didn't know about it and wanted to find out. Very few people in Nero knew about it, only the top did. O'Brien is warning Deacon that the infected are evolving, and that Nero is sending these hybrid infected after everyone. To what purpose? I don't know. To conquer the land, perhaps? Hordes are bad enough. Imagine an intelligent horde. They might be sending these intelligent hybrids out on some kind of experiment, some kind of super soldier program. You don't know. I told one of my friends this, and he said, but isn't this good? Because then if the infected can think for themselves, they won't attack people. I disagree. If the intelligent freaker hybrids and people are so different from each other, they might not get along. The intelligent freakers may want to wipe out all the survivors. And they are intelligent, but we don't know anything else about them. What do they eat? What other powers do they have? Are they intelligent one moment and aggressive another? I also noticed that this scene is during the night. Not a lot of people talked about that. Freakers are nocturnal. They sleep in the day, but come out at night. What happens to someone like O'Brien in the daytime? What happens to the intelligent freakers then? Does O'Brien sleep in the daytime? Does he come out at night? Is he weaker in the daytime like most other freakers? These are all questions that we don't have answers to. But there's also one other thing I thought of. Is Deacon infected? I know what some people are going to ask. How could Deacon be infected? The neuroinjectors. If O'Brien receives some kind of modified strain, this is what they could be. When Deacon finds neuroinjectors and takes them, it makes him stronger, increases his stamina, and reflexes. All Freaker-like abilities. Deacon may be infected, but we don't know. The neuroinjectors may be just a side mission, nothing relevant, but you don't know what's in them. That's a twist. There's so many questions that are still left unanswered, but what we do know is the infected are evolving, and Nero is involved in it. They are not the good guys here. Humanity is doomed unless they find a way to stop it. Sarah may be the key, as she is one of the only researchers left alive, part of the Cloverdale program. This leaves room for a sequel or a DLC. There's definitely going to be something after this. We will have to see. I normally don't like cliffhangers, but this one I liked a lot, and its twist. Let me know what you guys think of my explanation down below. Do you guys have any other theories of your own? Also, if anybody has any questions about the story, let me know down below. I'll try to answer as many people as I can. If you enjoyed the video, drop a like. If you're new to my channel and enjoy my content, subscribe. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Take care, everyone.